I mean, we all come across it, but I don't think it's such a big issue. Things will evolve when you're good and ready for them to. You can try and force it, but it's not a bad thing to just be happy with where you are right now. Just enjoy what you're doing. Sometimes when you do that, something new comes around the corner that you weren't expecting. So I try not to let it bother me. Sometimes it does, but just try and go with the flow and just think, oh well, I'll carry on doing what I'm doing. I still enjoy it. See what happens.
I think I've plateaued a couple of times since I've been tattooing, but I think I kind of didn't really notice it while it was happening. It was more after. I think I've been quite lucky with both times because it's kind of been while I'm not tattooing. That's how I kind of get over it, I think, by doing different things rather than just keep cracking on with the same thing, because you're not going to get any results that way. So I had some time off because I hurt my hand and I had to have some time off, so I got to experiment with lots of different things, and I think that kind of helped me change what I wanted to be doing with tattooing.
Probably concentrate on what you've not plateaued on. So if it's creatively, focus on technical ability. That's what I've been doing for the past X amount of months, just because I felt like I weren't moving forward creatively, so concentrate on just trying to get better, and then hopefully it'll get better creatively as well, just in its own pace. That's about it, to be honest.
I was talking to my customer today, Sophie, about it. She's a tattooist as well, saying that I think I kind of recently wanted to change how my tattoos looked without forcing it too much and making it feel quite natural. So I started setting up a 15 mag needle, pretty much trying to do a whole tattoo just with that needle, as though you have like one paintbrush and that's all you can do your work with, which sounds lazy, but it wasn't intended to be lazy. It was almost like a challenge, and it naturally kind of changed the way my work started looking. So that's what I've done recently. I think trying to change the actual way I tattooed rather than the way I designed stuff felt more natural and less forced, because I wanted to change but I don't want it to come across as phony. So I thought if I restrict the materials I've got, then your natural flair comes forward stronger, I guess.
I think this is quite a good one for me because I'm pretty much like in the middle of a system refresh right now. What I'm trying to do, I think going to things like galleries and stuff is all well and good, but I'm trying to experience more outside of that, like when I go running or when I go cycling, just trying to see more of what's actually around me and try and get inspired by that. And also taking a leaf out of Jason's book and trying to get inspired by things like different books and reading about different things that don't necessarily focus on art, maybe focusing more on things of the mind and things like that. So that's the sort of route I'm thinking about.
I think one of the most difficult things what people find when they're trying to be creative is that they're trying to be new or trying to reinvent something, so they almost putting up the wall of like blocking themselves with creativity straight away. And in tattooing we always have these briefs that we have to follow, which can then create even more of a block, because then you're stuck to be creative but then you want people to love what you're doing. I think if you can try and come further away from the brief and further into something that what you love or what you want to do, then it will almost push creativity, because it's then more natural rather than being forced to kind of blend it with what anyone else's brief is. So like what my advice would be to is don't always follow the brief or the prescription of what it is. Try and reinvent it into something that you love, and then it will probably flow. The creativity will flow a lot easier.
Sometimes when I plateaued creatively, I just like to get a big butt out and start tattooing it. I mean, that sometimes helps me. No, in seriousness, we have conversations about this a lot at Immortal Ink, about how we can move forward or how we can be more creative. And from my experience, I think two things that work for me really well is, number one, like Leanne just said, I don't worry about stuff like that as much. I don't try and force anything. I just let it. I let things work out in their own time. I feel like as long as my intention is to always try and improve or be more creative or whatever, if I just take it, I just let it happen. So one of the other things I'll do is I'll try and get out of my usual routine, break up your normal routine, do something different, read a book, something different, watch something, get some new kind of input which kind of sparks your mind in a different direction. That works oftentimes. And the other thing that I've done a couple of times is I started drawing a sketchbook. And so in the sketchbook, the idea wasn't to make the pictures for a book to sell to people, although that is what ended up happening. I literally just drew pictures and let whatever happen. I wasn't embarrassed to draw anything because obviously I could just throw it away if it was rubbish. So I just did anything, whatever my little heart desired, I'd draw in the picture. And through doing that, even though I thought I was awesome at drawing when I started it, it turned out I wasn't. And each time I did that, like I'd come up with all these cool new moves or cool little things, but I wasn't forcing any of the pictures. I was just drawing whatever. Just I tried all kinds of things. And like I said, the key to that, I think everyone should do when they're trying to be creative, is to not be embarrassed. Like try any idea that comes into your mind, give it a go, however silly it may seem. And so I found either not focusing on work and focusing on other things to get a new look, or focusing more heavily on work as in drawing, but just for yourself, and letting what comes out come out. And each time I've done that, I've kind of got to a new level really. So